Good morning all. Today we are going to discuss ANOVA problem. So in the previous lesson we have discussed ANOVA one way. So ANOVA one way, when we can use the ANOVA means more than two samples we will go for the ANOVA. Here if you have the two independent variables, then we can go for the ANOVA two way. So in one way we have only one independent variable, and in ANOVA two way we have the two independent variables. So with let us consider one example. So income versus gender, I am doing that one. Income can be categorized into the low income, middle income and high income. Similarly gender, male versus female. So now we can get some data here. Okay, so we have the two factors. Income is one factor and gender is one more factor. So two independent variables. Therefore this is called the ANOVA two way. Okay. Next, assumptions for two way ANOVA is, the first assumption is populations should be a normal distribution. Remember the normal distribution. The second one is samples must be independent, and third one is the variances. Variances should be equal for all the populations, and the groups, the sample sizes must be equal. Okay. Next we will go for a problem. Here the problem discusses about the fertilizers, that means plots. We have a different lands are there. Similarly we are using the different fertilizers in the lands. I am using the nitrogen, potash and phosphate. Okay, what are the different fertilizers? I am using the three different fertilizers: nitrogen, potash and phosphates. And we have the lands. X1 is one land. So what is this meaning is, in X1 land if I have used the nitrogen fertilizer, it gives the 6 tons of the output, crop, whatever it may be. So if I use the in X1 land potash, if I have used 7 tons. Similarly in X2 land this is the crop production. Similarly in X3 land this is the crop production. Similarly in X4 land this is the crop production. So here the x1, x2, x3, x4 are the x1, x2, x3, x4 versus the fertilizers. He has given some data. So what we have to do is the summation of these rows is 24, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 6, 24. Similarly if you do that one, you are going to get the values. Similarly column wise summation, 6 plus 7, 13 plus 8, 21. Similarly here also 15 you come across with, here 24, here also 24. The summation, this 21 can be considered as sigma x1, 15 can be considered as sigma x2 and 24 can be considered as sigma x3. Here also 24 can be considered as sigma x4. N1 is equal to 3 means how many items are there in the how many observations are in the sample. 3 observations are there, wherefore n1 is equal to 3. Similarly n2 is equal to 3, n3 4 is equal to 3. This is the column wise. If you go for the row wise, how many observations are there in this one? 1 2 3 4. Okay, later we will consider. Here the formula for the t is nothing but the summation of the x1, summation of x2, summation of x3 plus x4. Therefore 21 plus 15 plus 24 plus 24, that means 84. Capital N is nothing but small n1, n2, n3, n4, that means 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is nothing but 12. Our correction factor formula is capital T whole square by n. So capital T is nothing but 84, 84 whole square by 12. How much you are going to get? 588 you come across with. Next, now plots wise. Plots wise means nothing but the column wise. Column wise, SSC, sum of the squares between the columns. Sum of the squares between the columns. That means sigma x1 whole square by n1 means 21 whole square by 3, 15 whole square by 3, 24 whole square by 3. Similarly 24 whole square by 3 minus correction factor. So minus correction factor, minus 588 is nothing but 18. Similarly fertilizers wise means row wise. Row wise we have to do 24 whole square by how many observations are there? 4. 1 2 3 4. Therefore 24 whole square by 4, 28 whole square by 4, 32 whole square by 4 minus 588. This 84 is nothing but the grand total. Okay, this is different. Therefore SSR is equal to, if you come across with 8. Similarly TSS in simple we can say that 6 whole square, 7 whole square, 8 whole square, 4 whole square, 6 whole square, 5 whole square, 6 whole square, 9 whole square, 9 whole square. You add all the squares. In shortcut you can write it as sigma x1 square, sigma x2 square, so on and so forth. So minus correction factor. So you are going to get it as 36. We have relation between the SSC, SSR and TSS is, TSS is nothing but SSC plus SSR plus SSC. Okay, we know the SSC plus SSR and TSS values. Substitute in that one, you are going to get it as SSC as 10. Okay, what are the different values? Just remember, SSC is 18, SSR 8, TSS is 36 and SSC is 10. Now this is a predefined table and a generalized table. Sum of squares between the columns is defined as SSC. Sum of squares between the rows is SSR. Sum of the squares of error is SSC. So total is TSS, and the constant degree of freedom is C minus 1. C stands for columns, R stands for rows. Therefore for this one, degree of freedom is C minus 1 into R minus 1, and for TSS the degree of freedom is capital N minus 1. So total number of observations minus 1. Similarly MSC is nothing but SSC by C minus 1. MSR is nothing but SSR by R minus 1. MSR means mean squares between rows. Okay. Similarly MSE. Okay. While doing the problem we come across with SSB, SSC, how much? 18. Degree of freedom, how many columns are there? 4 columns. Therefore 4 minus 1 stands for 3. Mean squares 18 by 3 formula. Therefore 18 by 3 is nothing but 6. Similarly between rows, that means SSR is equal to 8. So number of rows is how many? 3. 3 minus 1, R minus 1. Therefore 3 minus 1, 2. 8 divided by 2, 4. Similarly residual error is nothing but 10. So degree of freedom is nothing but 3 into 2, that is nothing but 6. MSC is 10 by 6 is 1.667. Similarly TSS is 36. Similarly degree of freedom is capital N minus 1. Total observations is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. So calculated F for between the columns is, FC stands for calculated F between the columns, C stands for columns. 6 by 1.667, that is nothing but 3.6. F for calculated F between the rows is nothing but 4 by 1.667, 2.4. So now we have to decide column wise there is any significant difference. That means plots wise is there any significant difference. The tabulated F for 3,6 degree of freedom. Why we have used the 3,6 degree of freedom is, here the numerator 6 is having the degree of freedom, the denominator 1.667 is having the degree of freedom is 6. Therefore for 3,6 degree of freedom, tabulated F is 4.76 and the calculated F is 3.6. So the calculated F is less than tabulated F. Therefore the conclusion is, there is no significant difference between the plots. Similarly row wise or fertilizers wise, is there any significant difference between the fertilizers? So the tabulated F for 2,6 degree of freedom is 5.14. Calculated F is 2.4. Therefore calculated F is less than tabulated F. Therefore there is no significant difference between the fertilizers. H0 is accepted. Therefore there is no significant difference between the fertilizers. So this is about the ANOVA 2-way. Okay, thank you.